BBC Radio Surrey on a Wednesday evening. Connor Mosley here with you, 20 to 8. And following a COVID hiatus, Pitchy Breath Theatre Company from Horsham are delighted to be returning to the stage this month with the world premiere of brand new comedy I Do Not. Now, this is an action-packed play. It charts the fortunes of soon-to-be weds Maria and Callum as they stare down the barrels of their future lives on their big day, which is set against the most bizarre of wedding themes and with a room full of highly opinionated friends and family. Sounds familiar, right? The one big question is, will they go through with it? Well, Tim Fifield is on the line right now. He's the director of Pitchy Breath Theatre Company. Good evening, Tim.
Good evening, Connor. How are you?
Yeah, really, really good. This sounds fantastic. But first of all, tell us a little bit more about Pitchy Breath Theatre Company.
Well, thanks for inviting us on. Pitchy Breath Theatre Company were established in 1995. We were originally part of Crawley Borough Council's Community Arts Programme, but more recently we've become a CIC, which is a not-for-profit theatrical company, inviting all kinds of theatrical talent from actors, directors and writers to join us. And we've successfully put on countless plays in loads of locations throughout the southeast of England.
So this is a brand new play. It sounds fantastic, and I'm sure a lot of people can resonate, because there's always that one or two people in every family who kind of just opens their mouth and says exactly what they think.
Oh, yes. Well, we've got plenty of those characters. I mean, you described it perfectly, Connor. It's an uproarious comedy where two young people are on their wedding day, ready to make their commitment, set in the most bizarre of wedding themes, surrounded by friends and family, all of whom, shall we say, have their own issues.
Okay. And this has been written by a local playwright, is that right?
Yeah, a very talented playwright called Elodie Foray submitted a play to us. We run regular playwriting competitions, and we set the theme of new beginnings. She wrote in a play and amongst a load of other people that submitted them, and we thought, well, this is the one for us, and we picked it, and here we are in production from next week.
How very exciting. What's that process like? I don't know if... were you part of that process at all?
Yes, I was. It's really quite an interesting thing because people tend to write very weird stuff. There's a lot of stuff about death, a lot of stuff about aliens, but this is obviously nothing to do with either of those things. It is a wedding, and it's been a joy to direct, with an amazing story and some brilliant acting talent as well.
It sounds to me a little bit like, the play that goes wrong, but except nothing really is going wrong in the play.
Well, we hope that nothing goes wrong, but I can say to you, Connor, if anything does go wrong, it will be entertaining.
Yeah, that's true. The show must go on, as everybody says.
Absolutely.
So this is going to be a fantastic show. It's on for a few nights, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah, we open up at the Hawth studio on the 26th of April, just for 2 nights, 26th and the 27th. Then we transfer to the capital as part of our massive tour, concluding with 2 nights, one on the 29th and then on the 30th, start time 7:45. The great news for BBC Surrey and Sussex listeners is that there are a licensed bar at both theatres.
Hey, that's what you need.
Absolutely.
That sounds fantastic. Well, you mentioned a little bit earlier, I mentioned in my little introduction that you've actually had a COVID hiatus, and obviously it's been really, really tough for theatres, but production companies as well. How long were you away for?
Well, actually, what we did is we did some stuff online. If you go to our website, where you can also get links to book tickets, which is pitchybreath.co.uk, you'll see that we posted some video work based around isolation stories. So we weren't idle during COVID. We were obviously very, very frustrated that we couldn't get out there, but we did run a workshop specifically to help people realise some monologues. So please go and have a look at our monologue work. There's 4 stories there. So yeah, we were still very, very busy, but obviously very frustrated, like all other theatre companies, that we couldn't get out there.
And how does it feel to be back now? Do you find that the audience is reacting differently? Are they a little bit more worried to be there?
Well, I can only really comment on being part of the audience, because obviously this is our first show back. I think there is some caution, I have to say. And I know the Capital have, seen that firsthand. But I think that confidence is coming back. And also, people are desperate for a good time. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of bad news around at the moment, and people just need to escape. And if you really want to escape and have a great night out, I'm hoping that our play, I Do Not, will fit the bill.
And what about the cast and crew? Are they itching to be back on stage and finally put this show on the road?
Oh, yes. I tell you what, there might be pent-up demand in the audience, but there's also pent-up demand with performers. We've got a stellar cast for this, Connor. And they've been really inventive. My role as a director is very much to nurture talent and bring good stuff to the fore. But, we've had people turning up, rehearsal upon rehearsal, coming with ideas and energy. I think that it's safe to say that we're as excited to be putting this on, hopefully, as people will be to come and attend as the audience.
Well, fingers crossed that everything goes according to plan and, audiences turn up just wanting a really, really good time.
Yes. And the thing that I can guarantee is that there will be a song in the show that features in every wedding you've ever been to. Oh. You'll have to wait till the end to hear it, but watch out for that. And also watch out for some very, very interesting and tense exchanges, just like a normal wedding.
I was going to say, this sounds very familiar indeed. Listen, Tim, thank you so much for joining us this evening. You're going to be on at the Hawth in Crawley, 26th and 27th of April next week, and then the Capital in Horsham, 29th and 30th of April. How can people book tickets?
Yeah, if they just literally go to either the websites of both of those venues, the Hawth or the Capital, they can book direct. Or if they go via our website, pitchybreath.co.uk, we've got all the links there. Just click on the links and off you go.
Well, listen, thank you so much, Tim, for joining us on the show this evening. That's Tim